Hello, Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross watchers. This is your tarot reading for the week ahead whenever you're finding it. If you're finding this video out in the wilds of YouTube browser or search engine, and if you're subscribed to my channel and you're watching as I post, this is for the week of April 8th to the 14th, 2024. We're going to pull 6 cards, 2 rows of 3 from the After Tarot. First card out is Judgment. Oh my god, Aquarius. Your mind is on people from your past. Old feelings may be emerging here. You may be giving second chances out, like free candy. I don't know what's going on here. We're going to have to get more cards. We have, wow, Temperance in reverse. Crazy combination. Crazy combination. Ooh, I just got chills. I don't know why. Let's just see what all the cards have to say. The Moon? Are you kidding me? God, look at any tarot readers out here. Just look at this whole top row. Look at this whole top row. 3 major arcanas. Very emotional week for you. Wow. And this is definitely an eclipse week. Definitely an eclipse week. Hoo-wee. Someone, I don't know why I feel guided to say this, someone may have really, really deep feelings for you and they just can't hold it back any longer. They have to tell you what's going on in their heart, in their mind when it comes to you. Second row of cards out, Page of Pentacles, brand new offer, brand new start, second chance emerging. 6 of Pentacles, okay, money, okay. And wow, 3 of Swords is your final card. Crazy, crazy reading. Okay, good news. Money's looking great this week, for sure. Actually, all of the air signs this week are looking fantastic for money. So definitely expect some financial flow to happen here, being very content, getting that bill paid and, paying off debts, saving money up, maybe even a little increase, a little bonus from the universe coming through. Money is looking fantastic. Guys, I'm going to be honest. There's past energy here. 3 of Swords, Judgment. I mean, the past in some way is coming back around. People you have a long history with or an emotional history with are showing up as significant this week. Okay, now this is the After Tarot, and we see here in the 3 of Swords, the swords have already been pulled out of the heart, and there's bandages over the heart. And also notice how it's raining in the background. It's actually raining out right now at the time that I'm filming this. There's a release here. I'm seeing here releasing the negative emotions that you harbor for people. Wow, you know what, guys? I would highly recommend, even if you don't have any Gemini in your sign, watch Gemini's reading this week, because there is just some profound messages coming through in their reading that I think will apply very well for you as well, where we were saying how, to summarize, a lot of the people that were watching that video are ascended beings, and they are learning and realizing this week that sometimes people can't give them as much as they give, and then that may lead to resentment, a feeling of overgiving. And that doesn't mean that the person who's not giving as much is bad or evil or doesn't love us, okay, doesn't care for us. It just means that they're giving what they can, and that may look to be a lot less than what you can give. And so I do feel like old resentments, anger, sadness, anything like that you may be carrying towards someone from your past is being processed. And I feel like literally this week the swords are being pulled out, and you're having a similar spiritual download and realization there, where it's like, you know what? I should not be feeling angry towards this person at all, because they are doing the best that they can with what they have. And that doesn't mean that I have to wait for them. It doesn't mean I have to work with them. I am only mad at my own attachment towards people like this because then I end up being in a state of overgiving and not receiving. But that doesn't make them evil. It doesn't make them bad. It doesn't make them worthy to be criticized so harshly. So some of you guys are realizing your own shadow side when it comes to relationships, and realizing that perhaps you may be a little impatient at times, resentful, holding some anger towards people. Okay, And I feel like you have healthy boundaries, you created healthy boundaries for yourself. And so you're not necessarily going to keep yourself in situations where you're going to be continuously hurt. But I think you realize now that when other people hurt you, it's more so a reflection of their energy and their pain towards themselves and their self sabotage, and then projecting that onto you, as opposed to literally wanting to hurt you and consciously being malicious. I would say like 99% of people never consciously try to be malicious towards you. I do feel like, I feel like you have a lot of admirers, a lot of people who really do love you. And I feel like in the past, you may have warped that. Okay, so other people who really, really loved you, in your mind, you sort of projected this image onto them of them not liking you based off of how they treated you. For example, maybe they weren't ready for commitment, maybe they couldn't give you as much time as you could give them, maybe they never complimented you, whatever the case may be. And you're like, this is proof that they don't love me. This is proof that they don't like me, they don't view me as a friend, whatever it may be. This is proof that they don't want me as their son, their daughter, whatever. That is false. That is your own brain bullying itself and using someone else's image to do so, okay? That's your own brain, being a bully to you. And the image that you projected onto them, not liking you, not being good for you, whatever, is actually just yourself talking and bullying yourself. I feel like you're making that realization and that connection this week. And some of you may actually be apologizing to people that you have a long history with, people from your past. I am sorry that I judged you so critically. I am sorry, for this, for that. I was projecting an image onto you that was actually myself. And I don't know, I'm just seeing an overall realization about your own shadows when it comes to relationships. And so I do feel like with Judgment and then the Page of Pentacles coming out underneath it, there's a second chance here, a second start. Like, let's forgive each other and start a new chapter. Let's move on from this old toxic energy. Let's create a new story from this and continuously heal and grow and develop as people. So that way we don't keep repeating the same cycle over and over and over again. But obviously this process does come with quite a bit of emotions, and that's why Temperance is coming out in reverse. I feel like with Temperance in reverse, with the moon right next to it, you're realizing your own emotional patterns. Your emotions are always your own. People outside of you don't necessarily make you feel loved. Okay, now this is some philosophical deep thinking here. So let's put our brain caps, our thinking caps on for a second. When someone really loves you and gives you attention, what you're feeling is actually your own love, your own self-love and attention and good feelings. Okay? Someone can't take a feeling out of their body and put it in your body. Like, the people around you literally are just mirrors for your own feelings. And so, at times in the past, there have been people. I don't know where I was going with that, but I just had another thought come into my head. Sorry, this is all over the place. I had another thought come into my head. A lot of you, if you look back at literally anyone in your life, every single person you've met in your life, I feel like you've had some sort of judgment towards them. Perhaps question their motives, or could it be that you're very critical, hypercritical on people? And the reason why you're like that is because that's how you talk to yourself. The reason why you talk to yourself like that may be because a parent or guardian or family member talked to you or themselves like that. It's all connected, man. Oh my gosh. There's a lot of deep psychological energies when it comes to this week ahead for you. And that's definitely why the moon's coming out. The moon is such a psychological card. Like all this stuff from your subconscious is emerging and being shown in conscious light. The moon talks about following our intuition and allowing our higher self and our intuition to guide us on our best paths of healing and light. So yeah, sorry if this was worded really weird. I feel like for a lot of you, there's new realizations and feelings that are coming up, and it may be a little bit awkward for you to talk about. Like you may stumble over your words and not really know how to articulate the feelings that come up for you this week. But there's definitely a sort of thick, tangible almost energy of remorse for the past and realization on how you can love more unconditionally, and realization on your own patterns, your own emotional patterns in relationships and connections. And a lot of you may be communicating this with people in your life who you have a long, complicated history with. And that's where this sort of nice second start will come. A new chapter will emerge. And also, it's in this realization that you learn how to actually truly love yourself as well. Okay? And that's the most important, because when you're truly loving yourself, that's when real love externally will come in as well. A lot of people argue this, but I stand by it. I stand by it. So yeah, I hope this reading made sense. This is going to be a really important week for you. I feel like you're ascending a lot, you're making a lot of realizations, and most importantly, you are letting go of a lot of heavy emotional baggage from the past and a lot of judgment and critique. To me, it feels like you are putting the swords down. And you didn't even realize you were wielding them in the first place, which is the crazy thing. Like, you didn't realize you were wielding these swords and, man, just slashing about every time someone would get emotionally closer and more intimate to you. You would get hypercritical and perhaps, I don't know. I don't want to use the word project because maybe that's a little bit too strong, but there's definitely issues here. Watch Gemini's reading if you want me to further elaborate on this, because, man, there was like a magic in that reading that I can't replicate right now. But yeah, I'm going to leave your reading there. This is actually really beautiful because I feel like a warm, healing love balm is being poured into your week and pouring into your relationships at this time. So definitely enjoy it, okay? And also what I want to say is that this energy is contagious. That's the wisdom of the Six of Pentacles. And generosity is contagious, okay? This person is rich and they're giving to these poorer people, but because he's being generous, these people can use that generosity, that gift, to pull themselves up by the bootstraps and then work their way up, and one day they'll be this rich person and they'll be generous, and it sort of creates this upward giving cycle. So you healing this and making these realizations will actually also help the people that you are apologizing to, or the people closest to you who you had problems with. That'll help them heal as well. So it's not just you, it's everyone. So that's beautiful. Thank you for joining me. Definitely watch for your sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs to get the fullest overview of this week ahead. Like this video, comment how it resonated down below, and subscribe to the channel if you've not already. If you want personal reading with me one-on-one, the link to that is always in the description box, spiritpsychic.org. I also offer my intention oils there and spiritual life coaching sessions there, so check it out. Bye-bye.